YouTube really knows how to take something that works and plainly say it without saying it and completely F it up. At least it's using the right camera where I can control the zoom. I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, I'm getting... Oh, I didn't put away one of the other tripod. That'll take a quick moment. Hello, Mark. I'm doing all right, I guess. Didn't quite finish tearing down Watch Me Suck at Bowling, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm pretty much there. I had to fight with YouTube to make the thing actually not, live stream in brain dead vertical format. My IQ is higher than 12. Everything looks better horizontal. Oh, Stewie 2025. Oh, you did? Okay, I see something else. Is that... Come on, stop blocking the thing. It's that time again. Yes, because places are ridiculously expensive, and this is one of those places that isn't. And Putnam Street, at the time, I just... working straight hours, so I can just barely afford to do Watch Me Suck at Bowling, and that's it. And this place, usually he cuts me a deal, and I never ask for them. So, anyway, I did Watch Me Suck at Bowling this 5 weeks for September, so there's 7 games for you to watch. Alrighty, now I'm probably cold. For some reason, I just cannot control these DUCKPIN bowling balls. And again, I had to fight with YouTube. You might have seen there was a first attempt at live streaming, and it kept thinking, this can do vertical, like all the low IQ people. No. TVs and computer monitors, generally computer monitors, last time I checked, they were horizontal. I'm not giving in to lazy people that can't turn their wrist 90 degrees. So anyway, let's just start and see where things go. You can actually move you a little more this way, so you can see more of my beauty. And weren't the two back to back on the left there? Hey, considering what we started with, that's fine. 8 is great. course, unlike candlepin, duckpin is slightly easier. Average skill, according to records, is of casual league bowlers is 90 to 110. So 80s don't cut it. And because I can't translate it and these bowling balls are just big enough to be too squirrely to control, if at least, okay, I got 7 games. If at least 3 of them are 90 or above, okay. I was all the way to the right, now I'm all the way to the left. There we go, everything going south like it should be doing, and that's a lousy 5. I saw the 9, I didn't see a spare coming. And that's been a problem. Anyway, when we have a proper set of 10, it's time for El Stinkle and a bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Alright, there's the comments. It seems every time I use this thing, I change how it works, and it's never for the better. Like trying to fight this thing to do high IQ horizontal. There's the special colored head pin. If we can get a strike, TNC Bank and Trust will pay me 25 cents. Mario must have been sweating bullets. He does not like going to Tony's office to tell him to pay out. And that's also a 9 fiddle. No money for spares. Once again, El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what this does. Yeah. 6 is all right. don't know why I always hook left. Now everything's hooking right. And a lousy 7. Curse of the fill. Halftime. You don't see the bottom because on the other side's the Watch Me Suck scores. Eight and the 5. First spare, second spare, where the first ball knocked down 9 for that fill. Then a lousy 7, first ball knocking down 6, but 55. Hello, elevators are gone. So, as usual, being a holiday coming up, unless things change or YouTube decides to be a jerk like it was trying to set this up, should be some live streaming from the basement. Otherwise, I'll record it and upload it. It's like regular bowling. You have to have the deadwood go away. Nice. Why am I pressing? Either I'm finally warming up or it's the fact that doing the mark-ins for Watch Me Suck messes everything up. I'll stink on the bonus ball. And by the way, people ask, so yeah, that's why when it frames, you know, when I start the next ball, I raise it up to the camera. It's a mark-in to know where to start the next scene. El Stinko time. Eight. I hope that's going away. It's not. This is what we got to do. If we hit the 4-pin or 6-pin into the 10-pin, or the ball hits both of them, and it doesn't touch that piece of wood, we'll be okay. If it touches the wood before any of the pins fall, then those pins are forfeited. Because that's been a problem, and it's very likely I'm going to knock one of the pins down trying to remove it. One of those rare moments it wasn't a problem. Unfortunately, that throw was one that counted. And we'll leave with the 8. and we got the 4 duck pin. Oh, everything's hooking right all of a sudden, so I guess I left the cardboard there. Take a 10. Two frames to get 9 to hit middle of that. Not even close. Don't know how it looks on for you guys, but that ain't close. After I throw this, I forgot to put the battery on you because I kind of need that thing full tilt for laundry night. Start with taking out one and leaving one. All right, I need to put this on the tripod. There we go. Now to plug in. This thing's all twisty. Try and undo it, and then there's another kink that just does it again on its own. Yeah, 62%. I need the thing to be at 100. Candlepin Studios, hello. Glad to see you. All right, final frame. Now we need 9 to hit the upper end of average skill. To say it, but things are back to the way they were. If it weren't for the middle part, which we got there. Anyway, spare 8, and it happened. The only ball that knocked anything down is the fill. 10, 9, and almost, yeah, pretty much right at the top end of average skill. $9, 90 to 110 in ducks. Candles, it's 80 to 100, according to Casual League Bowler statistics that each respective Congress has. Although I'm not going to hold myself to it. Apparently this place is hard enough where candlepin averages tend to work out as duckpin averages. But I'm using what I know exists, which is 10 points higher. Anyway, yeah, every 5 times I try to look at this. Yeah, that happens a lot, Pepsi Power. That happens a lot. These bowling balls are just big enough that I have a hard time controlling them, and a lot of times they will do that. Game number 2. Of 7, unless I stink bad enough that I'll tap out. Right now, not so much. If that were only ball 2, we'll take a 10. No, I felt my arm go wonky on that. And that's overcompensating. And a lousy 5. Another wonderful first ball leave. It's about what I can do, man. You're an old-time viewer, you notice when I start live streams, there's not a screenshot because, again, YouTube knows how to take something good and ruin it. Uploading a screenshot even now, or taking a thumbnail, will crash it. Duck God's middle finger for the Oh no, I got this leave before to kind of take a spin on Dave Madlis' thing. The Ducks capacitor and the 7-pin. And a lousy 6. All right. Beautiful. 10. That. That's as much focus. And some 9s. And that. Only a 39. We're in failure mode right now. Oh, here we go. Pretty good about this. You still got. Oh, hello, Ben. So you're a dart. Hopefully you're not going to be missing the dartboard twice in a row. I know the last time I played it was I think pre-teen, and yeah, a good round is any one of the darts actually hitting the board. Anyway, okay, you can make them disappear now. You got the special colored head pin over there. If we can get a strike, and I repeat this because people jump in and out all the time, TNC Bank and Trust will pay me 25 cents. I hate to be Mario right now. He's got to go into Tony's office and tell him what just happened. That game was kind of skunky. That might help. 2 single bonus balls. What will the bonus be? What will they add up to? I have double striked here a couple times. Instead, Duckman Kaleri showed up. And it slightly hooked right and disappeared. 7 fill, which, okay. For a strike, it's okay. For the score itself, it's fine. Be fine. Oh, here we go with this again. If that only counted. Oh, same result, but it counts this time. If it were only ball 2, but we'll take that. Two frames to get 15. There were enough pins, then that could have been something. An 8-7, so what will it be, 6-5 or 4? We'll start with the one on the right. No, I needed to get the one on the right, not all the other ones. I almost hit reset and not the deadwood clearing button. I would have to take the 8 otherwise. It would be. One more good game will meet the criteria of minimally acceptable. So yeah, that's the strike, which Tony does not like paying, so I got a quarter going to me there. 9 fill, no, got a 9. First 2 balls knocking down 7, then a 10, 8, 8. That strike saved it, 91. Barely average skill. And as I've have witnessed when they had the league scores up on the board, this place tends to play average-wise like a candlepin place, so. But I'm still going to go by average as a whole, which is 10 points higher, as I've said before. Oh, somebody said something as I was about to pop them up. Spring next time, I'm hoping. Take the ducks in, yep, hello Tom Riley. $0.25 in the bank, indeed. And speaking of 25 cents in the bank, the special colored head pin is there again. Can we give Tony some more bad news and make Mario sweat telling him the bad news? He could be paying me 50 cents for today. later. From this angle, Mario was sweating bullets. From my angle, it looked like a almost slim to none chance there. Wrong frame. And with that being said, too, I'll stick with the bonus balls. Let's see what they add up to. The worst possible 5. Oh wait, it's a strike. Now we got that pin stuck. It should be out of the way. We'll get rid of it. Second ball coming up. Should have just put the 5 down. Wasn't going to end well no matter what. First to the 5th. That hooked the way it's supposed to now. Yeah, now it's going to hook left. King Duck remains for the night. And the Ducks flew halfway to Worcester. Stink frame. Stink frame of 4. And we're collapsing. 9, strike, and that's where it all went bad from there. 7, 5, first ball knocking out 5, 9, 4. We're collapsing at 44. Alrighty. Second second half. Thankfully, that one spun out of my hand and hit, so we got 10. And another 10. I thought those other pins were going to stop that one in its tracks. Well, first off, 2-0 stink of the bonus balls. And Mario is saying, oh no, there's that special colored head pin. This time a frame too late. If I get a double strike, then, well, another 25 cents from TNC Bacon Trust. Duckman Kaleri showed up. Six for a strike feels kind of cruddy. For the score itself, it's all on. Falls apart. Too many lousy endings after a month. All right, last frame, we need at least 4 to get to the bottom. That's the thing, things work, then they stop working, then compensate and break things more. in the Great Collapse. Well, at least it's at the end of the game, so the score isn't hurt much, but we're in a great collapse right now. 10-10, and a strike, and that's where it all went to hell. 6 is all we got, and the 7, so we're in a great collapse, but it just started, so we were able to pull a 93. So 3 out of 7, which is what we got this for. The other 5 of the dirty dozen is watch me suck at bowling. Which is why it's folded over, because I don't want you to see the results. All right, I see you there. Looks like not happening there. 93 is still better than the last game, which is true. Problem is there's a great collapse, and we need to stop that. And the thing is, I never can figure out why things work and then they stop. And then I find another way to make them work, and then things will work, and then it will stop. I can look at the video all I want. The problem is when it's happening. Anyway, game number 4. Actually better if that last one stood. Aren't gonna cut it though. And then things work. Oh, it took a while for it to get going. Two will stink of the bonus balls. Can we finally add up to something? So far. All right, a 9 fill. fill and a decent outcome. Take the 9. The one time it does inherently go right. Or a stupid strike ball instead. Another 9er and another halftime report. 9-8. Strike with a 9 fill, with the 9 that fell in the first ball, and then another 9. We're at 54. This thing's only at 59%. I swear this thing was a lot higher than that. Why are we going down? 58 now. I might have to have the charger on when I do one way, and it feels really funny with that on there. Anyway, let's do the next half. Once again, if it were only ball 2. Of course we'll take 10. Check this battery. Well, that's why it's not charging. The battery that it's hooked up to is dead. No wonder it's doing nothing. That went in the gutter. Yeah, this thing's dead. Might as well just take it off. Give me a moment, because usually, like usual, anytime I try to do something, nothing will cooperate. So, all right, now I'm in. Ball 2. And we'll take a 9. I mean 10. Well, Mario's probably sweating again because there's a special colored head pin. Teensing Bank and Trust will pay me another 25 cents if I can get a strike. I believe the biggest payout, and it happened here, over the course of a run is $1.25. Tony was not a happy man. I'm wondering if Caleri is Tony's brother. Well, his brother's gone. I don't think the Sherman has enough pins in it. I can hear him filing in. There it is. No money on spares. El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Definitely a good match. That alone will get us to middle of average. Me tripping on the step up, not gonna help. Yeah, apparently the left side's invisible. We got 9. All right, 8 will put us at the top end of above average. And an item. And funny thing, there is a lob rule in duck pin bowling, but it's been so enforced for so long, not even the duck pin Congress know what the rule is. So I've seen competitions on YouTube where they literally huck the ball about halfway down the lane before it makes contact. Since no one knows the rules, every throw that, even if you throw it all the way to the pins, is considered good. Anywho, yeah, it's, well, if the rack was at a 30-degree angle, it may be, but 10-10 spare, a 9 fill, and then another 9. Just above the top end of average with 111. And candlepin, that is definitely above average. Good in ducks. pretty good in candles. So that's game 4. We got 3 more to go. Let's see if I can get through it. $5 for you, $10 for me. If that were ball 2. Yeah, that pin needed to keep the momentum, not just die out and love tap. That time it was ball 2. Here we have the one and only El Stink of the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? We'll throw it before he gets to the back there. Again, the dreaded Ducks capacitor and the 7-pin. The fill of 5 is okay, but that leave is not. Yeah, there were 5 of them. I mean, I'll go with just 4. I want to be sure he comes out of there before. Okay, there he is. And way better than the last Ducks capacitor and the 7-pin. Knew it as soon as it did. And I'm talking the lane. Go back to Candlepin and everything's gonna go flying left. El Stinko the bonus ball. Reduced to atoms. If Grant Street pins had its own. Well, let's just say it's rather, the point's rather moot. There's like, I've thrown like 60 plus games and only got 3 strikes. We have the high-low mega jackpot at the end for 50 cents. We've hit once. We've came close 3 times. Whiffed once, and other times it's a 1 or a 2. Anyway, El Stinko, what will it be? Too much. A bad 6. The 6 ain't bad, it's the leave that it left. Just weren't enough of them around. Take a 9er. Half time. 10, spare, 9, first ball knocking out 5. Then another spare and a 9, first ball knocking down an ugly kind of 6, but we got 9 of them anyway. 59. Alrighty, continuing on. Taking out the 7 would have been better. Oh, we get that situation again. I'm going to have to risk it here. If that pin in the gutter comes into play, whatever I see that is not part of it will count, or just call it a 4 frame. Find out. Fair. Everything hit before it touched that pin and didn't do anything else. It'll be. 3 to get 14 at the bottom. And once again, special colored head pin, TNC Bank and Trust, 25 cents on the line. So far, we have collected 25 cents, and we make it 50 for the day. I have a feeling it's all going downhill from here. Lousy 7. Two to get 7. The left hook like my ball was supposed to, then it looked good. El Stinko the bonus ball. What will this bonus be? Will it put us slightly towards above average? That's how an episode of Watch Me Suck at Bowling typically ends. Alright, that ever pushes it so slightly above the top end of that. Definitely makes it sail a little over. Alrighty. El Stinko ends this one. And it sticks with a 3. By the way, I never showed high single 148 done here, 58 done at not French King, done at the other duckpin house in this state, North Chelmsford. Anyway, 8, 9, ugh, spare, 9 fill, spare, 3. 115. A little over the average mark. And that sounds like something go wrong. Sounds like Sherman wants to retire. After he calms down Sherman, we'll see what's going on. Shit is so dead. I see Neil. Yeah, chat usually isn't very... It's usually not very active. I guess people are so glued to the monitor or their phone or their TV, excited and just drooling at the wonderful action-packed adventures and it's off again. Okay, I think all 5 balls of that. And there goes the sweeper. And there, okay, the pin was stuck, but it moved. Alrighty. Game 6 for you and 11 for me. Screwed in one frame. See, being a full rack, I lose a pin or two and just reset it. As you can see, I try to throw it near the right gutter so that the ball doesn't sway as much back and forth. Sometimes I wonder if duck pins are able to I don't think AMF ever made a duck pin pin setter, but Bowlemore did at one point. And they looked like a 10-pin pin setter. Anyway, ball 2. And to the best of my knowledge, there's only one video ever existing on YouTube of a Japanese-made Bowlemore for 10-pin. King duck for 9. Time it starts to hook left. Narrow leads like that, I never thought I'd get a 10 from. Again. All right, everything's starting to get a bit squirrely again. 10, 8, 9, 10, 9, 46. And I have absolutely no idea what it's called, but there was a place in Maine that had a homemade pin setter. They had very tall sidewalls, and when you reset the pins, the pin plate actually flips up to throw all the pins into the pit in the back, and then it comes back down. A collapsible rack comes down and sets down 10, then goes back up and resets. It's weird. There's a point that that rack actually expands out to, I think it's when it puts the pins down. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was called. I don't know what the place was, and now they've been ripped out with regular, either got old Bowlemores or before they went out of business, the Z4s, which are Bowlemore Model Ds with an improvement in the mechanics in the back. Yeah, the gutter cap they put in defeated the purpose of trying to keep the ball from wobbling. Fortunately, it was enough to not knock it over. Anyway. king duck's middle finger for the night. Yeah, I think he knows that he can probably rest a little easier. Once again, the special colored head pin, TNC Bank and Trust, 25 cents if we can get a strike. 25 cents paid off so far today. Will Mario have to tell him again? Oh, was Mario sweating, I'm sure. He doesn't want to tell, you don't want to tell Tony again. You got a spare, but that doesn't count for the money. That was dumb luck. That was so full. Again, if it were ball two. Oh crap, I don't know what the fill was. I think it was 8. Yeah, I think it was 8. Alrighty. And speaking of, as you've said, again, we got the head pin, the 25 cents. But we gotta take care of matters, which means it may go away. And although the angle of the pin looks like it's not going to be an issue. Mario got lucky. That errant pin ruined the set. It ruined the rack. I will say it may not have mattered. Another name. Again, bowling duck's middle finger for now. Nine to hit smack dab middle of average. Again, duck pin God's middle finger. Right smack dab in the middle of average skill. 9, spare. 9, first ball, 8. My season starts up pretty soon. Hello, Scott. 9, 9, 100 on the nose. In duck pin, the device that sets the pins down reminds me of the trays of... Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've personally never seen them, but I have seen them in TV, so I know what you're talking about. In fact, in the city that I live in, there's this house where they ran their own mom and pop soda factory. And they put this huge addition on in the basement where the business was. And I think you called in or you write down, I don't remember how it was because I was a little kid. You wrote down or gave him your order and they took it to a guy upstairs. And they had this long, long conveyor belt that has those metal wheels that are, that alternate positions, like a foosball table. And the fun part was, as a little kid, watching the crate of soda you order come speeding down the drop from the main house and it coming to a stop, usually somewhat close to you, but depending on how much soda was in the crate or how it's loaded, depending on how far it got. Sometimes it made it to the end, sometimes it barely gets to the middle and it gets... I remember that because I'm old. I have the gray hair to prove it, yet somehow YouTube thinks I'm a kid. Their AI sucks. They want me to prove that I'm not a child. You mean my videos with showing my gray hair and wrinkles is not in proof enough? or the fact I remember the Price is Right big wheel before it had the green sections on it. How does the bank thing work with colored pins? Oh, Jonathan. It is dumb and a lot of people hate it. So far, it hasn't affected much of what I wanted to do, except there's one guy I tried to watch that does the current state of over-the-air television and the political nature of it, and after a few seconds of the videos, it'll stop playing. We need to verify your age. Go screw. Until I really have to, because they either want you to take a selfie, which I probably will do, or the worst case scenarios, give them my credit card number. Yeah, like I want to do that. Or even worse, which I had to do once before because of a fraudulent account that came up pretending to be me. Give them a very clear scan of my photo ID. Yeah, that's something I want Google to have. It's not like they don't have a target on their back with, with hackers or anything. Google's not known. It's not that big. Not much vested interest in hacking and stealing information there at all. Anyway, you tell them your data like they don't. Exactly. They do want everything. Okay, final game. Believe it or not, if you haven't been through the whole thing, all 6 of the 7 games were average skill or better. That and good channel history kept me good. I don't think I'm going to have trouble with uploading, because, it's doing this. There's going to be a point at some point, or I've also heard it clears itself up. I'm going to go with the safest thing, and that's a selfie, and have that not work. They said you let it check your Google email, and apparently I don't use it enough for it to verify. But anyway, let's get the last and final game going, because I just got information handed from MGM Springfield. And they have it down as 3-1 odds that it's going to end poorly, but not by much. 5-1, it'll be 90 or slightly higher. 8-1, 100 or a little better. 15 to 1. I don't know why. I'm looking at the next one. 15-1 over 110. And 9-2, there's the 2, is it's going to be in the 80s or worse. No sooner or later, lawsuits continue to pile, I hope. But then again, I don't want, I've learned to keep the political crap off my channel, but funny how the side that wants freedom and everything wants to take it away. But anyway, let's do Game 7. Let's see where the MGM odds wind up. Who's getting a big payday at the casino? Bad news, I'm cold again. Yeah, I did safety shot that time. Middle finger for 9. Got squirrely. and that's not good. The last game, the one money rides on, is the one that's gonna suck, isn't it? I hear them filing in. There's more pins filing in. There she goes. Good news, we're not going to get a Slayer. Hopefully we're warming back up. By the way, Slayer's 3 6 frames in a row. That needed to spin the exact opposite way, both axes. Squeaked in another 10. Yeah, we're gonna need a mark. This is probably the game that failed. 9, the 2 6s, the 10 that avoided a Slayer, and another 10. We're only at 41. There's just not enough pins up there. I can hear them filing into the Rube Goldberg machine that's up top there. If you ever look up a video of a Sherman pin setter from behind and how it loads the pins, it is so Rube Goldberg. Even 10s are not going to cut. stink frame is 7. No, well, not a stink frame. Yeah, you know, 50 cents, no, 25 cents. Strike with the colored head pin. Not gonna likely happen. I got cold. And of course, because money's riding on it, at MGM Springfield, that's when all the pressure makes everything collapse to a heap of debris. But we got the other 6 games, so yeah, I guess. But you never know. Things that work now don't work. And people wonder why I can never get better at this. Well, in actuality, 10s are going to barely make it. Oh no, they won't. We need a mark. 10s are not going to cut it. There we go. Ducks going halfway to Worcester for the first time today on that side. Yeah, this was destined to be failure. Oh, here we go with that pin again. And collapsing with 6. Need a mark. And that one just fell right out. DUCKPIN's doing duck things for luck. El Stinko, the bonus ball. El Stinko needs to be a good one, or we get another mark. Those are the only ways it'll save this game. And for you guys, for the live stream, a clean sweep of good games. We ask for too much. So this game blows. I gotta be stupid lucky, and I mean stupid lucky to get a spare. Nope, not gonna happen, doesn't matter what you do. The formality third shot. And it failed. I don't know if that would be a pinochle. The pinochle that I know of, the doubles, is the two outermost on the two outermost on both sides. The 610 and the 47. Anyway, 710. That went to hell. Hey, spare. Too bad a 5 fill. We could have made it, but failed. But the other 6 were good, so whatever. 109, 91. I know it's not the way it's played, but you should try duckies with... No, they don't want you doing that. You could damage the equipment. I know people do it, but I don't want to be the one, and I want to play by the rules. 109, 91, 93, 111, and then the high note, 115. 100 on the nose, and then, yeah, 88, which in candle pins is so close to middle of average that it's still good. But this ain't the candles. The 88 is not good enough. 503. Or 625 if you go by this clock over here, which it's been the whole day. Anyway, yeah, that'll be it. Hello, Jonathan. Just in time for me to say goodbye. And this was a live stream. Like I said, most of the bowling alleys are too expensive now. And if work really picks up again, which it's supposed to, maybe even at the expensive places, I could probably do a triple or something like that, maybe. Although some of them that are really ridiculous, no. Used to be able to do it at Gardner 10 pins, but then they went from like a $5 game, which is absolute maximum, to, and if I have money to blow, now it's 35 bucks an hour, so I just do the watch me suck and it's over. Most places are like that now. It's just by the hour and it's too expensive. So, Labor Day, probably in the basement if we can get YouTube to play nice. I had to fight with it because I want to use intelligent widescreen mode, not mentally deficient vertical mode. Anyway, that'll be it. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.